Hi guys, it's Sarah Lee here from Soul Hearted with Sarah Lee. Today's video is about decisions and whether or not we can make the right decisions, and how can we tell what is the right decision. Some people will say, to go with your heart, but that's really tricky because our head comes into play and we don't know which way to go. Other people will say, your head, your mind should be used for things like, are we following Google Maps correctly? Or have I added up 50 plus 70 correctly? Or little things like that that don't really, don't play a part with your emotions. So, for example, I had a really big decision to make, and whether or not that was to leave a country that I was in. I'd only been there for 6 months, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I was starting to miss my family, and it had been 2 years by now that I'd been away from the family, and my heart was sort of saying, you want to be home, Sarah, you want to be home with your family. And my head was saying, but why? You have a really cool job. You are getting paid very well. You are getting a free apartment, free utilities, free medical. What are you doing? Like, come on. And so there was this tug of war because it was like, oh, but I miss home. Oh, but don't be stupid, stay. Oh, but I miss home. Oh, don't be stupid, stay. You can go home later. And so there was just this crazy struggle. And, I went through all the emotions. I felt sick, I felt anxious, then I felt excited, then I felt depressed, and all these things. And then, I made the decision, and that was like, I need to go home. And I can deal with all the mind stuff later. It doesn't matter that I don't have a job. It doesn't matter that I'm going back to nothing. It doesn't matter. These things don't matter. They're just numbers, right? They're just money. And if you watch any of my other videos, we can manifest anything at any time, right? It doesn't matter where we are in the world. So why are we choosing to live in places that, okay, on paper looks wonderful and in your bank account looks wonderful, but is it truly what you want? Is it truly what your heart wants? Where you desire to be, where you should be, or where you belong? So, and on top of that decision making, know that whatever decision you make is the right one. It always is the right one. There kind of is like no wrong decision, because at the end of the day, like, let's just say I decided to stay where I was, okay? It wouldn't have been long and I would have been back here anyway. I would have been back where I'm supposed to be, back on my path. Sometimes we veer off, but at the end of the day, we will come back to where we're supposed to be. So really, there isn't too many things that you can go wrong with this. All right, but I would say use your heart. Try and get rid of the mental chatter. Try and get rid of it. Don't let your mind come into play and tell you, oh, but this. What are you doing? Think about in your heart, maybe meditate in your heart and find out where it is you're supposed to be. Or is this the right decision? At the end of the day, whatever you decide, it's not going to be the wrong decision, like I said. And just trust, have faith in the universe that everything is always working out for us, like Abraham Hicks says, and I 100% agree. I'm currently shooting this video from quarantine in Perth, because that's what I've come back to. So not quite with the family yet, but here I am starting all over again with nothing. But that's okay. It's not all about money. Money's good and money will come. But right now I'm starting all over again. It's like a new chapter. I'm going to be home with my family, and yeah. So yes, try not to freak out about the decision. Just make the decision. Does it feel good? Make sure you give yourself some time to think about it. But worst case scenario is you might veer off the track for a little bit, but you will come back to where you are supposed to be. So I hope that has helped a little bit. Yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, guys. Bye.